So we've expanded the kind of roster of third party measurement partners that we work with to help measure traditional TV and linear and streaming across outcomes. And there's really been an uptick in demand for outcome based measurement. We have a history working with folks that are experts in brand measurement as well as kind of understanding reach and frequency. But what we've really seen a demand from advertisers against is kind of getting to things like mobile app downloads or for our endemic marketers, whether folks are installing and subscribing to their channels for retailers as well as other advertisers, whether their CRM sales are being driven by streaming ads. And then, there's also verticals like pharma, where we can start working with third parties to kind of understand the effects on outcome. And so really what we've seen, I'd say, is a diversification in the category of advertiser that's looking for outcome-based measurement, as well as, the industry's changing. So for example, COVID really meant that QSR advertisers didn't just focus on location-based outcomes, but also now care about app downloads. So what we've really done is we've always worked with third parties to validate the effectiveness of advertising. But what we've done is really expand the kind of types of outcomes that we can support towards the bottom of the funnel, as well as some partnerships for continued brand measurement.
Tell us about Roku ad insights around incremental reach to linear on Roku, and not just age and gender, but through different first and third party audiences.
So many advertisers and agency partners want to take advantage of Roku's unique relationship with our consumers. We have 53.6 million households that have Rokus, and we're about 38% of smart TVs sold in the United States. So what that means is we have this data set of who's exposed to linear TV ads, and our TV data isn't licensed out. It's only available through Roku, and it's a pretty tremendous data set when it comes to understanding, well, if I'm investing on streaming advertising, who am I reaching on streaming that's incremental to who I'm reaching against linear, and not just for age, gender kind of demographic delivery, but also for different third party and first party segments. Someone might want to know how they're driving reach against the churn shopper segment, or some other folks may really care about a specific in-market auto manufacturer model. And we can tell them exactly how they're kind of driving reach and frequency across, media touch points, not just the media that they're getting through Roku, but also their kind of linear and streaming investment.
So tell us about the work with Nielsen, what you guys are doing around TAR and where that's going. And of course, there's been more recent developments with Nielsen strategically, and give us an overview on all that.
So we're very excited to continue partnering with Nielsen. We were one of their first partners in 2013 to launch with the DAR for CTV solution, and the acquisition of the AVA business represents an exciting acceleration of bringing addressable advertising to linear TV powered by Roku. But what has to come with that kind of change in the inventory is a change in the way we and Nielsen really measure advertising. And so a part of the announcement that I'm kind of really excited about that is separate and away from DAI is partnering with Nielsen to understand unduplicated reach and frequency across CTV, linear TV, desktop, mobile, and the DAI ad. So what we're going to do is we're really going to look to productize Nielsen TAR, which for a long time has been kind of a post-campaign analytics report, rather than kind of a post-campaign report. What we're looking to do is really deliver a in-flight reporting mechanism over the next several quarters as we kind of power and work with Nielsen to launch the solution for our advertisers. With OneView, what Roku is really looking to do is help advertisers drive performance-based campaigns as well as other outcomes in a platform. And so we aren't just focused on traditional top of funnel brand oriented advertisers, although they can really take advantage of some of the tools in there. But there's mid and long tail advertisers who can really drive very clear outcomes. So what OneView has capabilities for in-flight optimization, understanding kind of ROAS, and a good example is Home Chef, which is an extremely performance-driven advertiser who invested with us in OneView and was able to see kind of 2.4 returns on ad spend. And they were able to track that by basically taking advantage of Roku's identity to deliver those impressions, and then using that identity graph to connect outcomes, sales back to those exposures and drive that performance.
And finally, let's talk a little about shopper data, which is a big thing. You're working with Kroger. Just fill us in on that.
Yeah. So, shopper, our partnerships for shopper data have been incredibly effective for advertisers because it gives them the ability to basically target on a retailer's CRM, and they can get quite custom. They can get quite specific with who they're looking to reach. And on the front end, they're saying, hey, I want to know who's buying my SKUs, and I want to target folks that are maybe lapsed buyers or churn buyers of my products, as well as folks that are buying my competitors' products in the category, and tie that back on the back end of the campaign after targeting on it to the front end to kind of in-store sales. And not only are they able to see kind of an overall sales lift, but they're able to understand what's driving that sales lift. Is it e-com shopping that's buying it? Is it in-store shopping that's driving it? Which of the target segments are driving it? Are lapsed contributing more so than category conquest or not? So it really offers, CPGs who traditionally are disintermediated from their CRM data, the ability to use retailer CRM data on the front and back end to kind of target, measure, and then optimize their advertising efforts.